Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Keystone Montana 3121RL. This one, as you can see, has the new fall changes, and I personally love what they have done with the decor. Like a lot of other manufacturers, they kind of went toward the farmhouse style with a lot of their wood. They went with a two-tone look, as you can see, and I think they did, again, a great job. A lot of manufacturers tried it. I think very few of them did a very good job of it. But I think Montana is among those that did a great job. And so we'll get a kind of a little bit better look at that in a little bit. I do just want to talk a little bit about the floor plan, kind of go through it. So 3121 is a rear living floor plan. As you can see, you have dual opposing slides here. On the campside slide, you have the nice buffet style dinette with your theater seats. Those theater seats are directly across from the TV. You have the big couch in the back, and because you have dual opposing slides, it allows for the big island here right in the kitchen. So let's actually start off with the campside slide. One of the things I want to talk about right away is one of the changes, and that is the flooring. So rather than going with carpet, they went with more of like a mesh material, something kind of akin to what you almost see in like an Airstream. And I really like it personally because, you know, I think it looks nice, it sits a little bit flatter than the carpet does, and it's easier to clean. That's a big deal for me. You know, I hate having a bunch of dirty carpet. This is going to resist, you know, getting all the dirt and everything in there. It'll sweep up, it'll vacuum up much easier. Now they did continue with the buffet style table, which again, I like. Something we see a lot in motorhomes. Montana is one of the few fifth wheel manufacturers that have adopted this. It does pull out if you need some extra space, so you can have 4 chairs here. Also, you have the power tower. So that way, if you need to plug anything in, if you need to sit here and work on a laptop, tablet, something like that, you can easily do so. Windows all the way around in the slides. Of course, the windows on the side, as you can see, those do open, so that way you can get some cross ventilation through here, a nice cross breeze if you don't want to run the AC. Also, you have roller shades. You can just pull those on down just like so, nice and easy to use. They are blackout shades there. LED lights naturally, not just in the slide out itself, of course on the ceiling, and then you will also see right up along the top behind the trim, you will see that they have LED lights inlaid there as well, just for a nice, you know, kind of aesthetic piece, right? It's a just nice pleasing light. Along the back, you will see that they have a decorative glass. Now the thing I like about this is it matches the light boxes they have on the island. If you take a look at this, and then you kind of take a look right down here. Now granted, this is much smaller, but I like the fact that it kind of blends all that together. It pulls it all in, and they lit it up down there, which I love. Again, you know, you see that a lot of times on, you know, you're kind of like you're up top on a lot of your cabinets in a house. I like the fact they put it in on the island too. So again, just a beautiful look all the way around here. Windows in the back. It is worth noting too, folks, that, you know, you have the day shades, not just the blackout. So if you just want to, you know, just kind of stop a little bit of light from coming in, you definitely can do that. On both sides of the sofa, you have end tables. You will see the USB ports as well as electrical outlets there. Sofa along the back. This is a tri-fold, so pulls out. You can comfortably sleep 2 adults here, no problem at all. You can have excellent conversation with anyone that's sitting in the theater seating right here. Of course, both of these recline. You have cup holders. If you can take a look right over to the side, you'll see all the options you have here. So you can turn a light on and off. You have power. So all you have to do is just touch a button. Look at that. Feet come right up. You can see it actually leans back. Look at that. Right? So nice and easy. Same thing to close it. You don't have to worry about, you know, using your leg strength to try to close it down. It does it all for you. And you will also see on here it has a massage feature plus heat and a USB port. So if you need to charge a cell phone while you're sitting there, you can do that too. It really is, you know, basically everything you need in theater seating. And as I mentioned, that is directly across from the TV, right where you want it in a rear living floor plan. Storage across the top, that same decorative glass. We'll open that up. You'll see that it's just one big open storage space there, which is nice. You have the storage here underneath, as well as your multimedia center. We'll pop that open so you can take a look there. You can see the multimedia center. Of course, the DVD player has an HDMI cable on there too. Underneath is your fireplace, which is great because not only does this look nice, but it's also a big space heater, which helps, you know, take the chill off in this space. Speakers on both sides there too for great sound quality. So we make our way kind of toward the center. We move into the kitchen. As I mentioned, because you have the dual opposing slides, it allows for the island. Beautiful solid surface as you would expect in a higher end motorhome like a Montana. High-rise residential pull-out faucets. You have the large undermount stainless steel bowl. You can see, I mean, if you take a look at the size of this bowl, folks, it is huge. I love how big the bowl is here. This one's a little bit smaller, but that's fine. So all you'd really need it for is rinsing, or if you need like a little bar sink, it's perfect for that. Underneath, you have a ton of storage, including a pull-out trash can, making it nice and convenient. You don't have to worry about where to hide it. You know, nice full extension ball bearing drawers there. If we open this up, you will see your sink top covers, and they are conveniently tucked away right there. It's also lit. That is a motion sensor light, so that way, you know, when you open it up, that turns on so you can see what's under there. You're not just left in the dark. More storage there. You have electrical outlets too, so if you need to plug anything in, you have plenty of access and ability to do that. I also do want to show off the new light fixture this year. Again, I think they did a great job. Very stylish. It's, you know, not too much. It kind of has like the Edison style bulbs in there. Again, kind of going with that farmhouse look. And then the rest of the kitchen is right over here to this side. Convection microwave oven in the center. Storage on both sides there. You have your wine rack up top. See right down underneath. Plenty of countertop space on both sides. So you have, you know, space to, not just prep space, but space to put down your spoon or whatever else you have here. You have the more residential style built-in 3-burner cooktop. I personally like this. Again, I think it gives a more residential look and feel to it. You have a power tower on both sides with your standard outlets and USB ports there. Big oven underneath. Take a look at that. You know, if you're one that really likes to bake, you can certainly take advantage of it in a much larger oven than you get in most other fifth wheels. Drawers all the way down. You'll see your little flatware divider there. So you have 4 drawers on that side, another one here. You have a drawer underneath the oven, plus some decent storage over to the side there for pots and pans. Also, Samsung residential fridge freezer. Whoop. The travel lock works. Let me take that out real quick. So this is nice and easy. Just unscrew this guy, just like so. That's your travel lock. So that way, if you're moving down the road, your doors aren't flying open. Let's go ahead and open that up so you can take a look. Plenty of space in there, folks. Open this guy up down below. I believe it's 18 cubic foot in these refrigerators in the Montana, so plenty of cold storage on here. And because it's residential, it cools down nice and quickly. You don't have to have that guy running overnight. Right next to that's the pantry. Again, look at that. That same glass. As I said, they did a good job pulling that all in. Kind of that farmhouse look to the wood. And when you take a look inside the pantry, it's dark, but wait. Oh, look at that. Motion sensor light. Now you have plenty of light in there so you can see what's going on. Lots of big storage there. More right over to the side. Open that up so you can take a look. Now you'll see there's a panel here, but pretty good reason for that, because if you come around to the corner, right there is your control panel. So that's where that's tucked away at. You know, you had to give up a little bit of space, but I prefer that over having it just in the wall and out. I like when they kind of hide it a little bit. Decorative backsplash here. I think they did a pretty good job. You know, they did the same thing behind your cook surface, but you know, behind there you have a big window, so it's not as noticeable. But I do like the backsplash. I think, you know, it kind of helps, again, pull a lot of those colors in, a lot of grays here. You have your thermostat as well as your max air fan control, your electrical outlet to plug stuff in, solid surface countertops, couple of drawers, storage down below there. It is worth mentioning, you know, we're talking about thermostats and the max air fan. If we take a look at the ceiling, you'll see your max air fan is right there. That does have a rain sensor on it. You have a ceiling fan in the back. Plus you have whisper quiet AC system. So that way when you're back here watching TV, you don't have to yell at each other. It's about 30% quieter. That's a pretty big deal. Not only that, but if you want a third AC, because it comes standard with 2, you'll have one here and then one up front. If you want a third, you will see it is actually wired for a third AC. And let's take a look at the bathroom. One of the things you'll notice right away is Montana moved away from the pivot door. while it was a cool idea, this just seems much simpler and more effective, right? So they just went to a slide door like a lot of other manufacturers did. I personally think that was probably a good choice. Right down to the side is your porcelain foot flush lever toilet. Porcelain obviously making it much easier to clean. Folks, I have plenty of leg room. Same thing with shoulder space here. You need a little linen closet. There you go. Open that guy up, light turns on. You see you have plenty of storage there. Now, you'll notice the shower has the, of course, the travel lock here. Also, it is just your tri-panel. One of the things might have to get that seal a little wet. You can hear the seal squeak. One of the things I do like about it is it kind of has like that rain pattern. It's not just a clear glass. I personally like a little more privacy when showering. Not everyone's that way. You know, some people like to just bear it all, and good for you. But when you make your way inside the shower, you'll see there is actually pretty good space. Even when I'm sideways here, you know, I'm still not bumping up against the door, which I like. You know, it is fairly, I don't want to say tight, because I can turn around no problem. But, you know, if you're any wider, you might bump a little bit. But I do like, again, the fact that it is just bigger. You'll see shelves here, seat down below. Not only is that great for sitting on, but also if you need to shave your legs, perfect. Love that. You have a more decorative hand wand here with a bar. You know, it's chrome rather than just like a white plastic, and then the bar lets you actually set the height, kind of the angle here of your hand wand. Again, shelf over to the side. You also have a skylight up top, folks. I'm 6 foot. I have more than enough room here. And, you know, not going to hit my head or anything in the shower. And then you will see the vanity right up top. Nice big mirror. You also have a little bit of storage over to the side, which is pretty great. Hand towel ring. They did mount it kind of high, but I'm guessing that's so it's not draping over your controls, because you have another max air fan control for the bathroom. Your light switch, electrical outlet there as well. You have the kind of thermal foil countertop in here, which is fine, right? It's kind of a faux solid surface, but it definitely gives the look, and it's all you really need. It's a pretty small piece. You'll see they undermounted this stainless steel bowl. I personally, I know it's a smaller bathroom. I would have liked a little bit bigger bowl. It's deep, which is nice. It's just not very large, but it'll still, you know, like I said, it'll still work. It is stainless, pretty nice. Underneath that, you'll see you have enough room for a trash can, which I like, toilet paper holder, and then 3 more additional drawers. When we step out of the bathroom and into the master, here we go. So you'll see there is a slide out here for the master. You have shelves on both sides with electrical outlets and USB ports. Windows on both sides of the bed that do open, plus you have an additional one above the headboard. A couple lights that aren't currently on there above the bed, but they are there if you want to do some reading. We'll lift the bed up. You'll see the storage underneath. It is pretty good storage there. Right up front, of course, is your wardrobe. So this one also has a motion sensor. It's not currently on. And with this motion sensor light, you can set it to either off, always on, or the motion sensor setting. So you do have some options there. Then, of course, hanging rod, electrical outlet, shoe storage. You got a dirty clothes hamper, which is always nice. I know a lot of manufacturers went away from that for a while. I like the fact that Montana brought it back. Right over to this side here is your washer dryer prep. You'll see your 2 additional seats for out at the dining area. You know, they have the louver doors already built in, which is nice. So that way you can just basically throw in the washer and dryer, remove this shelf. Otherwise, if you don't want washer and dryer, you have the storage there plus an additional hanging rod. So if you want to take the shelf out and just use this as more hanging space, you can certainly do that too. You have your TV right up top. It is framed, and they angled it, which I like. You know, again, a lot of manufacturers don't do that. They'll just have it kind of flat up against the wall. They angled it down so that way you do have a good viewing angle from the TV. Window underneath, plus you have a bank of 6 drawers there, an additional electrical outlet. Lastly, if we take a look up at the ceiling, you will see a couple speakers in here, and as I promised, your second AC, and this one is also the Whisper Quiet. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Keystone Montana 3121RL. Right up front here, you will see the fully painted and gorgeous front cap. Directly underneath that is your Road Armor Kingpin. Now that helps control the bucking and chucking from when you start and stop the vehicle. That way you don't get that constant pull, you know, as you start to move with your fifth wheel. If we drop down underneath here, one of the things that, well, not just Montana, but Keystone overall does a pretty good job of is wire management. You will see that, you know, everything's kind of over to the side. You don't have anything clogging up this area. This is a great, excellent storage space. If you want generator prep or something like that, you can have that here as well. You know, generator, there definitely is the space for it in the Montana. You'll see the battery disconnect over to the side. Now, I do want you to note, folks, this is not the main battery disconnect. This one is just for the inverter for the refrigerator. So that's all that one controls. There's another battery disconnect over to the side we'll take a look at a little bit later. Batteries right down there. If you need to refill the hydraulic fluid, that's where you will do that as well. And of course, as you'd expect on a high-end coach like Montana, you do have auto level all the way around, so just touch a button and it does everything else for you. We'll open up the propane compartment here. Now, because we're at a show, they have to take the propane out, but it does have two 30-pound tanks. You'll have one on this side, another one on the other side. Make another step back here. You'll see the huge garage space. Now, Montana has a ton of space, folks, and that's for good reason, because they use what is called drop frame construction. And what that is if you take a look here, you will see this I-beam, right? So there's actually another I-beam above this that is the main structure. Most manufacturers just have one that run the whole length. And if that were to be the case, basically your garage storage would stop right here and it wouldn't be near as deep. But what Montana does is they drop that frame down, they mount or they weld this I-beam to the other one, and they have that run the rest of the length. Still has excellent structural integrity and gives you all that extra space. And they're not the only manufacturer to do it, folks. There's other manufacturers out there. Why doesn't everyone do it, you say? Well, it takes a lot of time. That's labor. It costs money. So, but you know, for me, that's a big advantage. I love it. I definitely have enough space, especially with smaller kids, where I'm going to stuff that thing full. And so the space is definitely wanted in my book. You also see your central vac there, an electrical outlet. You have a key TV set up here, so if you want to hook up a TV, that is one place you can do it there. Electrical outlet on the outside, beautiful fiberglass as you would expect, frameless windows, so you know that way you can open them up a little bit while it's raining. You won't get the rain in there, helps protect the seals. You have not one but two power awnings, and these ones, of course, as you notice, have a LED light strip on there that you can use. Doesn't matter if it's fully extended or fully closed, partially extended, whatever. And it also has the power rail built in here, and you will have that on both awnings. So the power rail, you can hook up extra LED lights, fans, oh shoot, what else do they have? I don't know, they have a bunch of stuff, speakers. They have all sorts of stuff you can hook up to them, kind of a cool little extra feature there. Speaking of speakers, you will see two speakers there. And believe it or not, that is actually something that, you know, it's probably 4 years ago or so, Montana didn't have on their main line. They had it on some of the others, but your actual Montana line didn't have speakers. Now it does, so you have some outside speakers there. Your entrance here, you will see that you have the More Ride step above step system. Excellent step system on here, folks. 4 steps, all 4 of them. You will see are aluminum, so they're not gonna rust. Excuse me. They have the grip tape on there. It is lit, so that way at night you're able to see. You know, you're not tripping as you're walking up and down the stairs. Nice big grab handle there as well. Another thing that I really like, I'll kind of show you here. One of the things that Montana does that a lot of other manufacturers don't is these steps are pretty heavy. But what Montana does is they actually have a strut in here that counterbalances it. So that way, I mean, you can literally do this with one finger, right? That's a pretty big deal, especially, you know, as you get older, you know, heavy things don't get any easier to lift. So anything that can improve that is a great thing. As this sticker says right here, 4-season living capability. Folks, Montana does a great job. All of your valves are insulated and heated. All of your tanks are insulated and heated. The entire underbelly is insulated and heated. And not only that, but Montana also recognizes full-timers. They're one of the few manufacturers that do. A lot of manufacturers, they find out you're living in it full-time, they will void your warranty. That is not the case with the Montana. So if you're thinking about full-time living, this is an excellent choice. You drop down underneath there, we can take a look at the aluminum alloy wheels, which are absolutely gorgeous. Right in between is your road armor suspension system. That, of course, especially in conjunction with that Road Armor Kingpin, will give you an excellent tow while going down the road. That's going to help eat up a lot of the bumps when that Kingpin, helps again prevent that bucking and chucking between the two. You'll get an excellent ride. The spare tire is mounted underneath, a little bit trickier to see there, and that's actually what this sticker right here represents. This shows you how to raise and lower that tire, so you have a tool that you can stick in there. That way you don't necessarily have to crawl underneath it. You probably will a little bit. Your slide, of course, chances are will be in if you need to change your tire. Hopefully you don't have to change it at a campsite. Hopefully you don't have to change it at all, but if you do, just put the slide in and then you can access that. Right around to the back, couple things back here. One, rear mounted ladder, so you can quickly and easily climb up on the fully walkable roof. You have the camera prep back there and right down underneath. So this is something that's really cool. Folks, this is a 3,000 pound rated hitch. So 300 pound tongue weight, 3,000 pounds for towing. The 3121 is one of the shorter Montana floor plans. So thinking if you have a boat you want to be able to tow behind you, this gives you the ability to do it. You'll see you have your flat 4 right there, already ready to go. So that way, again, you can just hook up and take your boat with you. Then on the off-door side, you will see 50 amp detachable power cord, 50 amp of course, because we have 2 base ACs plus a fireplace plus prep for a third. You're definitely going to want a 50 amp cord on there. And then if we take a look at the convenience center, so this one again, motion sensor on there. Obviously the setting wasn't on, so I went ahead and turned it on. You'll see the outside shower with both hot and cold water access, your water heater bypass, everything you need for winterization, city water hookup, black tank flush. This is your main battery disconnect. I told you there's a main one. Flip that to kill all power to the RV. This is your multi-source controller for Key TV. Big words, basically all it means is this is where you plug your cable and your satellite into the RV. And then you have some low point drains there, black and gray tank valves, and as I mentioned, you can see that those are insulated. Last couple things I do want to touch on. You'll see your inverter, in case you're wondering where that's located. That's right here. That is for your refrigerator. This will be your other 30-pound propane tank. And then lastly, your level up system there. So that way you can just touch a button and auto level your RV. All right, and that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2020 Keystone Montana 3121RL. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like the changes they made, the newer flooring, the new woodwork, let me know if you think they nailed it or if they missed it. For price and availability, just click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.